So good evening, everybody, and it's really nice to be here tonight. I remember early days of this, before this program was actually put in place. I was a council member in Tacoma Park, but I was teaching at Rolling Terrace Elementary School. And I remember a lot of parents who came in who had actual educations and degrees in things and couldn't practice in the United States. And it was really frustrating for them because they had these skills and they were left without being able to practice their skills. And this program, when it was created, was really important. It opened up the doors and continues to open doors for people to bring these skills in from abroad, and we're able to put those folks to work here in the fields that they wanted to work in. And that's, I think, a real accomplishment for Montgomery County. It is a challenge to adapt here, because not only did you have to figure out how you're going to transfer your skills, but you had to figure out how you're going to live here and how you're going to afford to live here, which was stunningly challenging for people who couldn't even make the incomes they were used to making. And so, being part of this fabric took work on people's part, and it took persistence to get through this. And so I appreciate that. I know the hospitals do. There was a lot of talk, and still is talk, about the critical need for nurses in our hospitals. We saw it during the pandemic when the shortage of nurses, actually, for the lucky nurses who, were traveling nurses, it made some people a lot of money, but in hospitals, it left hospitals critically short of the staff they needed to operate their hospitals. And so nurses play a really vital role here. I am enthusiastic about the move to Broadbirch. I will say that I was talking to somebody today who has 300 acres over there, and he's very interested in this college expanding itself on a larger campus over there, with lots of possibility for the kind of programs that we can build into that college. So that, to me, is a great opportunity. The other part of the diversity of folks coming here is you reflect the diversity of who Montgomery County is, not just because you were nurses, but we have this enormous growth in this population that's transformed from a county that in 1970 was 95% white and 4.5% African American to a community that's 21% Hispanic and 19% African American and 16% Asian. And so this community is vastly more diverse, and being able to have this pool of people in the health field who represent the diversity of community is really, really important. Because again, if you think back in the earlier days of this, not having a nurse who spoke your language, not having a doctor who spoke your language was really problematic for a lot of people. How you convey what you're experiencing and what you're feeling when you do not have common language can be really challenging. And so being able to have a nursing force in Montgomery County that reflects the county in itself is really good for the county, and it's really good for everybody who lives here. I know the last 4 years we've had a record number of new people graduating through this program and being able to get jobs, so that's good to see that we're being successful in getting people employed. We know your work's not done. We need to continue to expand on this. So I just wanted to assure everybody you'll have my support and my continued support. We'll make sure that the budget allows for the continued growth of this program. It serves everybody in Montgomery County, not just the people who become certified here, but it serves everybody who lives here. And so as part of what we need to do to make this county a better county, we need to continue doing this work. And I want to acknowledge some of the folks who make all this possible. There's Montgomery College, obviously, is front and center partner, but we've got our employee partners: Adventist Healthcare, Holy Cross Germantown, Holy Cross Silver Spring, and Maryland Treatment Centers. And this program, I know for all these years, has been really important to those hospitals, and they talk about the benefits they get from this. And we also have been able to have our collaborators at the Maryland Board of Nursing and the Department of Labor. Again, their willingness to engage and help us make this transition possible was really important. People had to open their minds and be willing to allow us to run these kind of programs and to certify people. And I'm really excited that we succeeded in doing that. So I want to thank you all, and I just want to ask College President Williams to come up here while I have a certificate of recognition Anyway, certificate of recognition, the Welcome Back Center of Suburban Maryland presents this certificate to Montgomery College to recognize the partnership that's been instrumental in the process for center participants to advance their English skills and complete courses required to obtain licenses and certifications to re-enter the healthcare workforce in Maryland. December 18th, 2024.